Welcome to what is unquestionably one of the most thrilling and eagerly awaited events of the 2026 tennis season, ladies and gentlemen, tennis enthusiasts everywhere. The entire world is literally glued to their televisions, gadgets, and monitors as we broadcast to you for a matchup that has surpassed the parameters of a normal fourth-round match. For the BMP Parall Open, we are inhaling in the high-stakes desert air of Indian Wells, California. Considered a fifth Grand Slam by many. Today, the story revolves around an incredible explosion on the tennis court. Alexandra Eala is sweeping the tennis world and making a comeback to the international scene as she takes on Linda Noskova, the 14th-ranked player in the world, a phenomenal opponent. Every major sports network, social media site, and tennis forum is buzzing with the same headline. Alex wins twice. It serves as a rallying call. The contact today is so fascinating because of the psychological edge and historical context. We must take a step back and examine the shock waves Alexandra Eala has been sending through the tennis establishment in order to fully comprehend the scope of what we are seeing now. Just days before, in a moment that drove the fans at Stadium 1 into an absolute frenzy, Eala pulled off a masterpiece against the world number 4, Coco Gauff. Even though the American star regrettably had to retire from the game due to a left arm injury, it's important to remember what was going on prior to that medical timeout. Eala was not simply surviving. She was clearly dominating the court. She was leading 62-20, commanding the baseline rallies, punishing the short balls, and exhibiting a level of tactical sophistication that left seasoned analysts totally speechless. Eala was using her powerful lefty top spin, taking advantage of angles, and breaking Gauff with a surgical accuracy that was brutal. It was an eruption of brilliance. A declaration that Alexandra Eala has not just arrived on the WTA Tour, but she is here to conquer it. The importance of our current moment cannot be emphasized. We are looking at a 20-year-old Filipino sensation who has single-handedly lifted the profile of tennis in her native country and across Southeast Asia to new heights. Whenever Eala gets onto a court, whether it is in Dubai, Australia, Hong Kong, or right here in the huge Coachella Valley, she does not only bring her racket. She brings a horde of fiercely passionate supporters. The enthusiasm around her matches is tangible, and she is a certified rock star on the tour. The stadium seats are vibrating. Eala signifies a significant change in the geographic and demographic powerhouses of sports, and the entire world is watching in real time. With millions of people's hopes, ambitions, and thunderous voices behind her, she is now poised to make it to her second quarterfinal in a WTA 1000 event this year. However, the person obstructing her path is not your typical adversary. A 21-year-old force of nature, Linda Noskova hails from a nation that essentially produces tennis aristocracy. There is no greater pedigree of champions than that of the Czech Republic. The newest and brightest star in that constellation is Noskova. Noskova has a fiery, explosive style of her own and is now on a career-high ranking trajectory, hanging right at world number 14. Everyone remembers her incredible run at the 2024 Australian Open, where she destroyed the top-ranked IG Swiatek. In an aggressive baseline game that aims to wrest the racket from her opponent, Noskova has a powerful serve. She doesn't wait for errors. She makes them do it. She uses flat, deep foundation strokes to paint the lines. Noskova defeated the seasoned Sarana Circe only yesterday after a tough, gritty fight, demonstrating that she is as strong mentally as she is physically. This leads us to the drama's main point. The pre-match analysis is dominated by the Alex wins 2x narrative. Why is this particular detail so important? Because tennis is both a measure of physical prowess and a game of psychological warfare. Noskova and Eala are acquainted. They are not two gamers who happen to cross paths in the middle of nowhere. From the beginning of their tennis careers, they have a deep shared history. These two meet twice on the junior circuits, when the talent is unadulterated and the pressure is intense. Both times, Alexandra Eala wins. The first occurred in 2018 at the esteemed Les Paty in France, where Eala, then just 12 years old, defeated Nosková in an exciting three-set final 5-7-6, 3-7-6. In the 2020 French Open Girls quarterfinals, Eala defeated Nosková once more, overcoming a set deficit to win 46-63-62 on Roland Garros' taxing red clay. Both players' mental hard drives are irrevocably imprinted with those 2 wins. Alex wins twice. For Eala, it is a source of self-assurance, a silent internal affirmation that she has the precise instruments needed to weaken Noskova's influence. For Noskova, it is a youthful rivalry that she is keen to exact revenge on the professional senior stage. The tennis community as a whole is locked in because of this. We are not merely witnessing a match in the 4th round. We are living through the most recent and intense phase of a rivalry that started when these women were young girls dreaming of the stadium. It's an electrifying atmosphere. The setting is ideal for a true classic, and the stories are interwoven. Let's now take a closer look at what makes this matchup the tournament's most intriguing match. We must break down the layers of this conflict in order to fully understand what is happening in real time on our monitors. Alexandra Eala delivers a dynamic, adaptable, and extremely cerebral form of tennis to the court, beginning with the massive tactical collision of their playing styles. She has an initial geometrical advantage as a left-hander, which naturally throws off right-handed players' rhythmic flow. Noskova's two-handed backhand is naturally targeted by her cross-court forehand, which is dripping with heavy top spin. Eala is more than just a defensive retriever, though. She created an incredible transition game while refining her skills at the Raffinadal Academy. To take time away from her opponent, she knows precisely when to step inside the baseline, flatten out her shots, and add pace. Against Coco Gauff, we witnessed this done flawlessly. Eala did not allow Gauff to dictate the rallies. Instead, she absorbed the pace and redirected it brilliantly down the line. Furthermore, Eala's mobility is outstanding. She traverses the court with a smooth, rapid athleticism that makes hitting wins against her an exhausting endeavor. She is willing to engage in the physical grind as proven by her opening round marathon triumph over Diana Yaska. A tough 2-hour and 43-minute epic that Eala won 75-46-75. That contest revealed Eala's conditioning is outstanding. Her composure in key times, notably escaping a hazardous final set tiebreak by breaking Yastramska's serve at 65, speaks volumes about her maturity. Conversely, Linda Noskova operates on a completely different tactical paradigm. The pinnacle of contemporary first-strike tennis is Noskova. She easily hits speeds that can blow opponents off the court by using her enormous height to create amazing leverage on her serve. Her strategy is focused on aggressive baseline positioning. Noskova likes to stand directly on the baseline, sometimes even stepping inside it to collect returns early. Her backhand in particular is a formidable weapon. Flat, deep, and heavily hidden. When Noskova gets into a rhythm, she can make the court look exceedingly small for her opponent. But this high-risk, high-reward approach demands perfect timing. Eala can force the Czech player to make a lot of unforced errors if she can disturb Noskova's attack zone with her defensive slice, high looping top spin, and different depths. But strategies only convey half a story. We have to explore the psychological story that still looms large over Alexandra Eala. The dreadful Czech curse. While Eala maintains the critical 2-0 junior record against Noskova, her professional record against players from the Czech Republic is a stunning outlier. Deep statistical analysis reveals that Eala has lost all 11 of her professional matches against Czech players. Her career rise has been plagued by a statistical ghost. We are discussing devastating losses at the Qatar Open earlier this year against players like Teresa Valentova. We are discussing an outstanding opening set performance against former champion Barbara Krejcikova on center court at Wimbledon in July of last year, only for the Czech veteran to rally and win in 3 sets. We are discussing another intense match at the Canadian Open in 2025 between Eala and Markéta Vondrová, in which Eala once more prevailed in the opening set before giving in to the Czech player's tactical changes. Eala's biggest psychological obstacle today is this Czech curse. Does she think about it? Of course. Tennis players are very conscious of their past trends and head-to-head records. The Czech tennis school is renowned for turning out players who are tactically flexible, emotionally detached, and technically perfect. You can't simply play well for a set to defeat a top-tier Czech player. From the first point to the final handshake, you have to execute at an exceptionally high level. Eala would make a huge psychological breakthrough if she could end this 11-match losing skid against Czech professionals, defeat a world number 14, and do it on the enormous stage of Stadium 1 at Indian Wells. It would confirm her entry into the sport's elite upper echelon. Let's also look at the cultural and environmental aspects of this match. The BNP Paribas Open has a special place on the tennis schedule. Constant physical and equipment modifications are necessary due to the desert temperatures, hot air during the day that causes the ball to fly, and the shift to cooler, heavier evening circumstances. The bounce on these courts is typically high and gritty, which theoretically significantly benefits Eala's extreme top spin, allowing her to kick the ball out of Noskova's ideal strike zone. But maybe the biggest environmental factor is the crowd. The organizers predict a capacity audience of over 16,000 spectators today. The Filipino diaspora in California is enormous, vociferous, and tremendously supportive. Eala will not be playing in a neutral setting. She will be playing amid a maelstrom of noise, banners, and persistent support. As WTA executives have noticed, Eala adds an entirely new demographic to tennis. The WTA even launched the Philippine Women's Open 125 event partly to capitalize on her stunning regional popularity. There are two sides to this crowd energy. It can propel a player to unthinkable heights and get them through periods of excruciating exhaustion, but it can also bring a suffocating burden of expectation. Eala has often demonstrated that she enjoys being in the spotlight. She channels the crowd's energy into her racket by absorbing it. Linda Noskova finds it difficult to ignore the noise. She needs to approach this match with objectivity. She must rely on her background. Recalling her historic triumphs over players such as Swiatek and Circe, she reminds herself that she is capable of silencing any gathering. Without a doubt, Noskova's coaching staff will have developed a strategy centered on first serve percent. Noskova sets the rules of engagement if she is serving at a rate greater than 65%. Eala will attack on the second serve if her first serve percentage declines. She will use her devastating return to instantly negate Noskova's power and start a physical rally in which Eala has the clear advantage. Our research also heavily relies on the tournament's current physical toll. Eala's journey to this round has been a combination of abrupt brevity and arduous perseverance. Her legs and lungs were put to the ultimate test during her nearly 3-hour marathon versus Jastrzębska. But Eala's next match against Goff, which ended early in the second set due to retirement, gave her vital time for physical recuperation. She is incredibly rested going into this match. Noskova, on the other hand, defeated Circe 6-4 in her 3-set comeback. It takes tremendous mental and physical effort to win 6-4 in the last 2 sets after losing a close first tie break. Eala's exceptional conditioning and greater freshness could very well be the decisive factor that tips the scales in her favor in the later parts of today's battle if it goes over the 2-hour mark. We are witnessing a collision of generational fashions and aspirations. On the one hand, the strong European heritage of Stoicism is attempting to establish its physical superiority. The vibrant, passionate, and strategically astute Asian superstar, on the other hand, is carrying the burden of a whole country as she attempts to lift a historical curse and validate her junior victories on the biggest stage of them all. There are layers of psychological and historical significance to every forehand, drop shot, and painful break point in this match. The world is being watched in real time because of this. For this reason, when we conclude this in-depth analysis of the Eala versus Noskova match, we cannot turn away. We need to consider this match's wider ramifications. The result of today's match will have a significant impact on the WTA rankings and change women's tennis for the rest of the 2026 season. It will be more than simply another victory if Alexandra Eala wins today. It is a victory of paradigm shifting. It would indicate that the powerful Czech curse that has dogged her career has finally been broken. By demonstrating that her junior domination over Noskova was a true stylistic advantage that extends to the highest level of professional play, it would validate the Alex wins 2x myth. With a victory, Eala advances to the WTA 1000 tournament quarterfinals, ensuring a significant boost in ranking points that will push her further into the world's top 30 and perhaps secure a spot at the next Grand Slams. Beyond the numbers, an abundance of wins solidifies her reputation as a real Tier 1 superstar that can consistently destroy players in the top 15. It will propel her already enormous worldwide market potential into the stratosphere and further ignite the tennis boom in the Philippines. With an almost unstoppable tidal wave of momentum, she will continue to advance. On the other hand, Linda Noskova's triumph would be equally significant for Noskova. Today, winning is about re-establishing the professional tourist hierarchy. It is about establishing that the professional arena is her domain and erasing those two agonizing junior defeats. A victory shows Noskova's tremendous mental toughness and enables her to calm the boisterous partisan crowd. It validates her aggressive, high-octane style of tennis and keeps her steady on her path to the top 10. In these sluggish, gritty desert conditions, defeating a red-hot, explosive player like Eala would demonstrate that Noskova is not only a fast-court specialist but also an all-surface menace capable of winning against top defensive counterpunchers. There is really no way that the stakes could be higher. This is the kind of game that shapes careers, leaves a lasting legacy, and produces the priceless moments that fans look forward to. We have dissected this battle's history, strategy, psychology, and its worldwide ramifications. The true drama now takes place between Stadium 1's white lines as the discussion and debate come to a close. I appreciate you coming along on this thorough, in-depth exploration of one of the most exciting stories in modern world tennis. Make sure to press the subscribe button, leave a like, and share your predictions in the comments section below if you thought this breakdown was informative and want to keep up with everything going on in the sports world. Who do you think will win this titanic battle?